Welcome. In this video, we're going to be looking at Excel, and these videos will accompany a book I'm writing on Excel for healthcare workers. But it can be used by pretty much anybody wanting to learn Excel. So let's get started. As you can see, I went to Microsoft 365. I've done this because I know that some individuals aren't going to have a copy of Excel. Although it would probably be just as easy to go to Google and use Google Sheets, I'm going to show you where you can get a free copy of Excel. So right here on Microsoft 365, see right below, sign up for the free version of Microsoft 365. So I'll click on that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use the business email. And since I know this is going to take a moment or two, I'll go ahead and pause it and verify my email and get us into the site. And here we go. It took a couple of minutes. You had to verify your email by getting that code from the email. Then, of course, they wanted to get personal, wanting to know my birthday, which I lied, but I put it down anyway. And what else I wanted to add in. But once that was done, it brought me here. And you can see over to the left-hand side, I have Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, OneDrive, Teams, and OneNote. That's not too bad for being free, right? So we're going to be working on Excel, so I'll go ahead and open Excel. And this is the online version of Excel. You could, if you bought the full subscription and you get that, you can download Excel onto your system. But here you have the online version. So here we go. You have the options of creating a blank workbook or possibly choosing some templates. But for our purposes, we're going to create a blank workbook because we're just looking around the environment. We're not going to get too nuts on this first video. And there it is. The look online's a little bit different than you would get when you download Excel, but let's take a look around. You have home. Come on. Oh, there we go. And home is showing all the commands available. And if you want to remember what's on home, think of the most commonly used things like you've got your font to change your font, change the color, change the alignment, and to do other things. Then you can also modify numbers or formats. Insert, the easiest way to think of the insert ribbon, and they do call them ribbons here, not drop downs, is that if you want to insert anything into Excel, you do it with the insert ribbon. Then we have share. Are you wanting to share stuff? Page layout. How are you wanting stuff to print up? Formulas. Let's just put got it. It's trying to be helpful since it knows I've just loaded into this. Showing it different formulas, and there's the insert function button, which is helpful, trust me. Then you have data, all the different data elements. Review does things like spelling, grammar. You want to do a count of how many words, comments. There's the view tab. View tab lets you do things like freeze panes. If you wanted to freeze the top row of your Excel spreadsheet because it's massive and you need to see the headers as you scroll through the data, you would freeze panes. And we'll look to other stuff here. Of course, help. I don't think I really need to explain that one to you, but let me show you something. Some of these ribbons will appear out of nowhere. Let's do an insert. Let's see here. We're going to insert a picture. We'll do it on the web. When you go to the online pictures, I'm going to say chart. Let's make it really confusing. I'm going to insert an image of a chart. When this comes up, you can see Creative Commons. Now it is checked. Creative Commons means you can use it and you don't have to worry about asking permission. So if I were to take this off and look at what was remaining, if I used any of these, I would have to check the licensing agreement, or if there is one, as to whether or not I can use the image legally. So I'll go back to Creative Commons, and for this purpose, let's choose that one. We'll insert it. Now I'm going to get off of it, but I wanted to show you, as you click, you can look up top, we now have a picture ribbon. And that allows us to make changes to the image. So the purpose of showing you that is that your ribbons may not match mine. And as you have more contact sensitive stuff on your spreadsheet, you may actually see other ribbons too. Like when you insert a chart, you'll actually see a ribbon to modify the chart. So let's look at a couple other things. I don't want this to be horribly long for you. If you click on any one of these cells, the name of the cell is derived from the column name followed by the row. So you can see up here in the name box, it's on G7. That name box is really helpful. I can go AA4, and it brings me to the AA column and row 4. So yeah, there are a lot of columns. It starts out with the alphabet, and then as you can see, it doubles it up. It's massive. And going down, it's massive that way too. I believe it goes down as far as 10,000 rows. Let me show you something else down below. Now, this is called, this entire Excel software, what I just created, is called a workbook. Now, within the workbook, you can have worksheets, and I'm adding more sheets. You can change the names of the sheets. Double click. I'll change this to patient data. Or maybe I want to give it a color too, because I want it to be really obvious to the tab of what I have to go after. So if you right click on it, you go to tab color, you pick a tab color. And that still stays in place as you go to a different one too. These can actually be moved also. Just grab a hold down your mouse, drag and drop. Now, I don't want these individual little videos to be horribly long, so this little environment look is going to be the end of this one, but I really do hope to see you in other Excel videos. Thank you for spending time today. Bye.